everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. Welcome back to the last Vlogtober, October 31st. Happy Halloween, happy Reformation Day, whatever you choose or don't choose to celebrate today. Hope you have a good day anyway, and a nice Saturday. I wanted to just end our Vlogtober series with a few tidbits, so it's a little bit of this and that kind of day. I plan on, of course, keeping on to make movies, but probably not at the same pace, so may take a few days off there. Anyway, I have a few fun ideas of things that you can do and things I wanted to show you. So one idea that I like to do is to take something like this. This is a part of a packaging from Night Heron. They have a business card, which would work well too, but anything that you have that's business card size or gift card size, over on the side here I set this paper out. I think these are really pretty. This is from my For Love of Paper book I bought several months ago. This would be cute cut out, or maybe even scaled down a little bit to a bit more of a business card size. But any kind of card stock or scrapbooking paper, I think these would work well too. They're a little bit too thick, so like if I use this bird, I would cut it down. But maybe you have bits and pieces that you like, you don't necessarily want to get rid of or throw away, but you're not sure how to use them, or a business card you like. I would just suggest taking these things, if you have a laminator, running a bunch of them through on the same laminator sheet and cutting them out, and then using them as a washi card. If you don't know what I mean by that, imagine this laminated, and I'm just going to wrap around my washi tape. I'm going to probably have three or four kinds of washi on one card, and you just wrap, several times around as much as you want to put on there, and that is a great way to share some washi samples with people. I have done that, or any kind of extra laminating you have after doing something. Maybe you have a big hunk that you didn't need to use, and so you have those two pieces fused together. You can just cut those out, round the corners, and wrap washi around those to share or to stick in your journal. So perhaps you're going somewhere to journal, or maybe you have a spot that you like to journal at. You can take maybe that little card with you rather than all your washi, especially if you don't know what you're going to use, or if you just like to have some with you in your planner or wallet or whatever everyday carry type thing you have. That might be a helpful suggestion and a fun way to use business cards or bits and pieces of cardstock. And the other little handy trick that I thought would work well was to make a jar. This is like a souvenir jar. As you know, my daughter just got married, and we had jars like this, like 3 or 4 different varieties filled with those little 6-lit candies in pretty wedding colors, and they were at the table for favors. Not everybody knew they were favors, and there were several left over, so I brought them home. This one is emptied because the candy has been eaten. But this is a good thing that you can use to take a ink sample and just kind of twist it in there. Now, I've seen people do this with rice too. For some reason, I thought of salt. I think what I need to do is make it a little less full so that this can get in there a little bit better. But the idea is that will hold it for you while you dip your pen in there. Because sometimes it's a little bit tricky holding that little skinny bottle and putting in your fountain pen and trying to draw up the ink. So that's my little handy dandy tip. Any kind of jar I'm sure would work. I think that this tall and narrowish size is handy for not having too much room for the ink bottle to tip, but I do think I need to empty that out a little bit. That's tip number 2. And then tip number 3, if we're going to call these that, I wanted to show you a little bit more on these homemade pen sleeves. This is from a Joann's shopping bag that you can buy at the checkout area. Trader Joe's has neat bags like this. The Trader Joe ones are more crinkly, but I used this one because I didn't mind as much cutting it up. I really like my Trader Joe's bag, and I'm not sure I wanted to cut it yet, but basically all you need to do to make a little pen case is to get one of those totes. They're just like a couple dollars at the checkout lane. I'm sure lots of places have them. I think Fresh Time does. I think that's where I got my first one. I think maybe like grocery stores in our area, Schnucks, I've seen them at. So cut 3 pieces. You want 2 back pieces. So I have this piece here and this piece here, but they're the same size. I've done these about 6 3/4 by 3 1/2-ish, give or take. Make it wider, make it narrower, depending on how you would use it. And then the third piece that you cut is a piece that's already finished. If you want, it makes it a lot easier. So this was, excuse me, the top of the bag. So the handles come up. You have 2 handles on the bag. And on the top edge, where the handles join in, is a finished edge. Can't really show it very well, but it's stitched there. So I don't need to add this seam binding anywhere. Once you get your pieces cut and lined up, I would just even them up. And I didn't do a real great job. I see here I have a corner sticking out. I did this while we were watching TV. Then I just took a seam ripper, but you could use a like narrow point scissors, something like this maybe, or even a fingernail cuticle scissors type thing. Cut off the seam binding that's already on the bag and just reuse it to finish off your little pen case. So I clamped them together. I have, rather than using pins, you could use any kind of chip clamp or a paper clip maybe, this kind of thing I like to use a lot. Got these at Dollar Tree. I love these. They're so handy for all kinds of crafting, junk journaling. Anyway, these are from Amazon, but they're just a little sewing clip. So instead of using a pin, you can clip these on. So this is bugging me right here where I missed that corner. Anyway, clip it all together somehow. You can stitch it on a sewing machine, excuse me, obviously, or you can stitch it by hand. I chose to stitch it by hand, thus it looks a little bit sloppy, but like I said, we were watching a show and I wanted to keep busy with something because I had started this project, so I just sewed it by hand so I could also watch TV, but it'd be 10 times quicker with a machine if you have it. But it wasn't hard to poke through except for where there's like the triple thickness. It was a little bit tricky, and I got out an old thimble for that. So I made this to fit some twisties. So I picked out some here that are sort of fall colored, my new cement gray, and here's my orange transparent, and here's my Lamy Safari, which I have not tested in this yet. That looks marvelously too. I could squeeze another, at least 1 or 2 possibly in there, but the 3 fit comfortably. How I like to use my other pouch like this, or a pencil sleeve, pen sleeve, is I just stick it in my Delphonics pouch that has numerous pouches on the outside, and I set this in there. My other one holds all my black pens that I use for journaling and outlining and so forth. I guess you don't have to have a pouch within a pocket pouch, like another. I have the Delphonics pouch with pockets. Here's another thing I'm inserting in that, but I like keeping them all in one place, especially with my black markers and gel pens and ink pens. I use those quite often, and I want to have them all contained. So I just put them in that and stuck them in the Delphonics pouch. But this would be a great thing to stick in a purse or tote bag, or wherever you're going. You could just grab this, take your journal with you. Say I'm doing my grandkids' journal. Just grab these things and go. I have a few pens selected. I don't need to bring them all maybe. And it just kind of holds them in. So, and it's a fun way to use these bags. Obviously, these bags are meant to be shopping bags that you reuse, so you don't use up plastic or paper bags, but they're kind of fun to cut up and make a cute pen case. And I love the fall theme here. I didn't get the cute little woodland animals in this, but it does have part of the saying, life is better with friends. So that's a little thing you can make if you feel like having a little craft. If you're like me, you get restless sometimes if you're not creating or making something. So this is a little easy something to do with stuff you may already have on hand. And last but not least, I received this very sweet thank you note from a subscriber, Carla, and she sent me a thank you note for the leather products that she won in the drawing, which was very kind. Thank you so much, Carla. I was very touched by that and really appreciate that. That is an adorable card. Very, very cute. That will go in my correspondence journal. But her daughter has an Etsy shop called Painted Peony Art. Looks like her name is Lauren Law. And I'm assuming that that's her artwork, and it's adorable. I have not gone to the Etsy shop yet, but Carla did tell me that these are from her shop. And they are so cute. I will definitely be visiting that shop. But the mushrooms, aren't they so cute? I just love them. I love the mushrooms. I have a t-shirt that I bought from the wheat field that has mushrooms all over it. That's an Etsy shop. Carla also enclosed this mushroom, which was a separate sticker. I put that on the back of my journal that's waiting to be used. I had this one from a printable set, and I thought that was a really good little pop there. And then when I opened Carla's letter later that day, there was this awesome pack of mushroom stickers, as well as this free, not free, but like loose one, wasn't in a kit. So I thought that was good to have that one there. Picked up on some of these yellows and pinks, and I'd already put that one there, so it was like meant to be. I love how that looks. Whoops, I just hit my phone. Sorry. The other ones are these cute, cozy fall ones. And I love that name too, because that's, to me, fall is a cozy season. That's how I envision it. And all these things reflect that. Caramel apples, the adorable little deer, the cute little kitty, and the owl. I just think these are so sweet, and I'm going to love putting them in on my journal pages. This little coffee mug. They are just really, really nice little stickers. And then the last one will be a fun thing to use in December as the Christmas season approaches. All these and these softer colors are so like just delicate and sweet. Again, a cute deer. I'm drawn to the deer. Cabin with snow. I mean, you could see what they are. But I just think they are really, really nice, and I can't wait to use them. And I'm happy to find a vendor that is not somebody I know, but I know her mom. So thank you again, Carla, for sending these. I can't wait to delve into these and use them more. They're going to be super, super enjoyed. So that's all. Those are my last 3 or 4 tips of October. Thanks for joining me for Vlogtober. Hope it was fun for you. I'll be back soon with more videos on journaling and stuff that goes with journaling and books. And if there's anything you're interested in seeing, please let me know, and I'll try to do a video on that. And for Miss Pickwick Turtle, this is as close as I get to giving you measurements. 3.5 to 3 3/4 by 6 7/8. No, that's not even it. It's 3 3/4 by 3.5 if you want to make one of these, but you can figure it out. Everybody can figure that out if you're wanting to make one. That's all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.